نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمد عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتون إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. إخوة الإيمان السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has brought us here today again for another Salatul Juma'ah. Today being the 5th day of Rabiul Akhir, year 1445 after the year of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Medina, which is equivalent to the 20th day of the month of October, year 2023. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala count this as an act of ibadah. Last week, we started the discussion concerning the genocide that is affecting our Muslim brothers on the Gaza land, which is in Palestine. We discussed about who are the real landowner of that particular place, which we brought instances from the Holy Qur'an, and we discussed it with us extensively. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to have mercy on our brothers over there and every other places that they are under subjudication. Today, we will talk about who are the Banu Israel, who are the Israelites, or who are the Israelis, according to what Quran Al-Karim has mentioned to us. Before we now continue on every other thing, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as it was revealed unto him and narrated to us. Ba'da a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ya bani Israel, uskuru ni'mata allati an'amtu alaykum wa anni fadatukum 'alal 'alamina wa taqu yawma la tajzi nafsun an nafsin shay'an wa la yuqbalu minha shafa'a wa la yu'khadhu minha 'adlun wa la hum yunzarun. وإذ نجيناكم من آل فرعون يسومونكم سوء العذاب يذبحون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم وإذ فرقنا بكم البحر فأنجيناكم وأغرقنا آل فرعون وأنتم تنصرون وإذ وعدنا موسى 40 ليلة ثم اتخذتم العجل من بعده وأنتم ظالمون ثم عفونا عنكم من بعد ذلك لعلكم تشكرون وإذا آتينا موسى الكتاب والفرقان لعلكم تهتدون وإذ قال موسى لقومه يا قوم إنكم ظلمتم أنفسكم باتخاذكم العجل فتوبوا إلى بارئكم فاقتلوا أنفسكم ذلكم خير لكم عند بارئكم فتاب عليكم إنه هو التواب الرحيم وإذ قلتم يا موسى لن نؤمن لك حتى نري الله جارة فأخذتكم الصاعقة وأنتم تنظرون ثم بعثناكم من بعد موتكم لعلكم تشكرون وظللنا عليكم الغمام وأنزلنا عليكم المن والسلوى كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم وما ظلمنا ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون وإذ قلنا ادخلوا هذه القرية فكلوا منها حيث شئتم رغدا وادخلوا بابا سجدا وكلوا حطة نغفر لكم خطاياكم وسنزيد المحسنين فبدل الذين ظلموا قولا غير الذي قيل لهم فأنزلنا على الذين ظلموا رجزا من السماء بما كانوا يفسقون. صدق الله العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us we have so many instances and so many verses that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have used to describe whom the Banu Israels are. The Banu Israel, they are of two species. There are ones that are good and there are ones that are not good. It's not all Jews that are not good, which we are going to discuss in the second phase of this Khutuba. Including our brothers in the Palestine, they are also divided into two categories. which we are going to discuss at the second part of Khutuba. But let's know whom are these Banu Israel that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned. Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah, Allah used him to liberate Banu Israel from the torment and subjugation of Pharaoh, Lanatullahi alayhi. Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah, he himself wasn't an Arab. He was from the clan of Banu Israel. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the opportunity, as we all knew that he lived in the palace of Pharaoh. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to send him on a message, he asked him to leave the palace of Pharaoh. We all knew the story of how Nabi Musa resided in the palace of Pharaoh. On his way going, when he left Pharaoh's palace, and his way going, that was where he met a particular Bani Israel and somebody that had believed in him. They were fighting at the outskirts of the town. So in the process of Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah separating them, somebody died. The one that belongs to the family of Pharaoh. And that was why they tagged him as what? As a killer. So they've been looking for him up and down. While he was on transit, that was when he encountered the two daughters of Nabi Shu'aib alayhi salamullah. When they were trying to go out with their animals to go and rear them so that they can go on eating from vegetation. But when they got to a pond, so that the animals can be fed with water, they discovered that a very big boulder, a very big stone, has covered the place where the animal will be able to what? To suckle the water. So Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah now helped them. These daughters now went back home. They now narrated the incident that happened at the river or at the pond side to their father. And their father was a prophet, Nabi Shu'aib alayhi salamullah. They now requested from their father that we want you to pay him back because he has rendered a good service to us. If not him, our animal wouldn't have gotten water to drink today after grazing the land. Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah was invited, and Nabi Shu'aib alayhi salamullah now said, okay, I'm going to reward you, but I will want you to stay with me for 7 years, to serve me for 7 years. And if you like, you can make it 10 years. So when you finish, I'll give you one of my daughter. That was how Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah, he spent 7 years plus additional 3 years voluntarily. And he now married one of the daughters of Prophet Shu'aib alayhi salamullah. It was after all these scenarios that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed that I should go back to the palace of Pharaoh in Egypt to go and liberate the Bani Israel. And that was where the incident of he threw down his stick, and the stick now turned to a what? To a snake, and swallowed all the sticks or all the snakes of all the magicians. Because his own stick is not an ordinary stick. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Nabi Musa alayhi salam like 10 signs. Out of the sign is if he put his hand under his armpit, if he brought it out, a reflection of light will come out. He can use the stick to do anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had ordained that stick is going to do. But those other people, whatever they threw on the ground will turn to snake. But the stick of Nabi Musa alayhi salam will turn to snake and swallow all of them. That was when majority of them now believe in what Nabi Musa brought as a message. That's why they said, Amantu Rabbi Musa wa Rabbi Harun. Now we believe in the Lord that Prophet Musa is prophesying, and he believed that his brother Harun has believed. Immediately in the palace of Pharaoh, a large number of Banu Israel, they accepted Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah. That was when Pharaoh now became very ferocious, that I have not even instructed you to do anything, you have already accepted his fate. I'm going to cut your left hand and cut your right leg, and I'm going to place you on the cross. So those that were there that believe in Musa alayhi salamullah, Allah asked that Musa should take them from Egypt and they should head to where? To Baitul Maqdis. I hope you are following me. Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah left with those that believe in him. I'm cutting it short. And as they were going, Pharaoh got the message that Musa had liberated some of the Banu Israel. They were going. He too, he now called those that still believe in him, because he used to say, Anna Rabbukumul A'la. I'm your Lord, no any other Lord. No any other Lord, I'm your Lord. So, there are some among these Banu Israel that still believe in him. He put all of them together, he gathered them together. They were now running after Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah till they get to the Red Sea. And when they got to the Red Sea, Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah, he supplicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a riwayah that said he even performed 2 nawafil. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to use that stick. It is a divine stick that he used it to hit the what? To hit the ocean. And the ocean now splitted into 2. And Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah crossed. Pharaoh was coming behind them. He rode a male horse. And it was said that Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah rode what? A female horse. So the male horse was so intoxicated that he was running after the what? After the female horse. So he hastened up the perishness of Pharaoh and his disciples. So as they were going, Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah was also going in the path that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created in between the what? In between the ocean. That place has never seen sun since the day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it, and it's not going to see another sun until the day of Qiyamah. That path that Nabi Musa, since the day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it, it has been water. But for Nabi Musa, and part of the mu'jiza of Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah, Allah allowed him, and part of the karama that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him was that he should hit that water with his stick and he should move on. But as Pharaoh was coming behind him, he thought he's going to scale through the way Nabi Musa and his people and the believers scaled through. And they got to the middle of the ocean. Nabi Musa had already reached the other bank. That was how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now said the water should close down on whom? On Pharaoh and all the people that followed him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a promise that you, Pharaoh, I will never allow your body to decay, so that unfortunate people like you, they come and see you at Yawm al-Qiyamah. When you go to museum in Egypt now, in Cairo, the body, the mammoth body of Pharaoh is still there being embalmed, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already said it in Quran that your body will never decay, so that unfortunate people that are disbelievers like you, they come and see that this is Pharaoh. So Nabi Musa scaled through with this body Israel. After all this escapade, they scaled through. When they now scaled through that, they should be heading towards Baitul Maqdis in Jerusalem. That was when they now started their disbelief. I hope you are with me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now told Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah, Ya Bani Israel, oh, you the children of Israelites, or you the Israelites, you the members of Israel. And the first person we can call Israel is Nabi Yaqub alayhi salamullah. That was why this one's supposed to come next week, but briefly. Subhanallazi asira bi abdihi layla min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa. Some Muslim interpreters that are not so conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just because to twist the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are saying that abdi, that is in Subhanallazi asira bi abdihi, that is not Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that is referring to Nabi Yaqub. Who did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ask to come to the heaven? And Allah says Subhanallazi asira bi abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-harami, from Mecca ila al-masjid al-aqsa, to Jerusalem. They are saying the abdi that is there, the servant that is there, is not Nabi Muhammad, it's Nabi Yaqub. It's the Banu Israel. That is why, brothers, we should be very careful from what we be reading. It's not every literature that you read, because there are some people that they are mustashriqun, free thinkers, or those that have gone to school to go and learn Arabic just to use it to fight us. They will know the Quran, they will know the tafsir, they will know the sababun nuzul, they will have the ulumul Quran, they will have everything, but our intention is to what? To use it to fight with the Muslims. And they too, they are writing books. How do you know their books? I'm asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give me a particular day that we are going to talk about the literatures that we need to be reading. I told one of our brothers recently that the Sahih Bukhari, Kitabu Bada Kutubullah, Bada Kitabullah wa Sahih Bukhari. The best book after the Holy Qur'an is what? Sahih Bukhari. The way we have our own Sahih Bukhari that is for Ahlul Sunnah. The Shiites, they also have their what? They have their Sahih Bukhari. How do you differentiate from these two? They have the knowledge, but they are using it on the other way. So brothers, you see that we are not supposed to be sleeping. Islam is more than just Hamsu Salawat. It's just more than Ramadan. It's more than you going to Hajj every year. Islam is more than that. You should know. And you must know. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already given us what we need to know, to use, to practice our day. So, Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah, we have heard how he has moved, or he has come along with the Banu Israel. They have crossed the Red Sea. Now, when they crossed the Red Sea, they started their kufuritic character. Started displaying their kufuritic character. Nabi Musa now told them, Ya Bani Israel, uskuru ni'matallahi allati an'amtu alaykum. Remember the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that is upon you people. And part of the blessing is what? He has liberated you. It's not by your power and it's not by my might. It's just by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa anni fadaltukum alal alamin. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made you to be more benevolent over every other creator. I told us last week, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not only mention human beings. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned human beings, we say, wa anni fadaltukum alal mahaluki. That I have created you and I have honored you upon every other human being. But Allah did not say that. Wa anni fadaltukum alal alamin, upon everything that I created. Either jinn, either animal, either this, either that. Allah said, wa anni fadaltukum alal alamin. Upon whatever I have created, that is me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created, I have given you honor over them. That is the Banu Israel that Allah referred to. So we, that we are that of Al-Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, do they have fadlu alayna? La. We are more than them. And it is an ayah of Quran that said it. That we, Al-Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we are more than Bani Israel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that Kuntu khaira ummati ukhrijat lin-nas. You are the best of the mankind that are brought out from the mankind. Ta'muruna bil ma'ruf. You, as I'm talking to you now, I'm telling you to do what? Ta'muru bil ma'ruf. Do good. And what was the message of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? To come and tell us to do good. Watanhauna 'anil munkar. And we should forbid, or we should forbid doing evil vices. Watu'minuna billah. And to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Walau amin alil kitabi. Wala amanu alul kitabi. I didn't mean the Yahudis, the Jews, the people of the book. And who are the people of the book? The Jews and the Christians. Wala amanu. I didn't mean they know. Lakana khairan lahum. It will have been better for them that Kai, this is the best generation that I have created. So the Jews, they wouldn't have been misbehaving. So we, the Al-Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we are the best of the mankind that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. But at the time of Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah, they are the best. They were the best. May we not just have this sifa. May we not just have this attribute to ourselves. May Allah let us be among the people that is going to be proud of on the day of Qiyamah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Tanaka'u watawalladu fa inni ukasiru bikum al-umami yawm al-qiyamah. You people should marry. When you marry, bear plenty children. Fa inni ukasiru bikum al-umami yawm al-qiyamah, because I want to be proud of you people that my ummah is the largest. It's the one that have plenty crowd on the day of Qiyamah. Plenty crowd doesn't mean we can't meru. The responsible people. Yoruba people, let me say something. Ṣé mọ̀ pé a ní èèyàn, a sì ní èrò. Àmọ́ nínú èrò láti rí èèyàn. You can invite plenty people. The people you didn't invite, to your gathering, they will also come. Oh my little to pọ̀ gan. Èèyàn mélòó ló wà nínú àwọn èrò? Ayakuri. So, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said he wants to be proud of us on day of Qiyamah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us be among. So I've let us know that we are better than whom? The Yahudis. We are better than the what? The Banu Israel. Right? So, Prophet Musa started telling them, Wataku yawman. You should remember one day. And which day is that? Yawm al-Qiyamah. La tajzi nafsun an nafsin shay'a. The father will be helpless to help his daughter. The mother will be helpless to help her son. The husband will be helpless to help his wife. And which day is that? Yawma tubula sarairu. Famala umi kuwatin wala nasi. Wasama isatil roji. Wal addi sati sodi. That very day, nobody will be a helper to each other. You're on your own. Wala taziru waziratan wizra ukhra wa man kunna mu'azzibina hatta nab'asa rasula. Part of the risala of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what I'm telling you now. Allah says he's not going to chastise any ummah. Hatta nab'asa rasula, until he raised from them a messenger. What am I doing to you now? I'm passing a message of Allah. So at this point in time, I'm what? I'm a messenger to you. Allah will ask him, Said, did you tell them? And I will say, yes, I told them. It's not left to you. If Alma Badala. Because this is the ayah of Rasulullah. This is the ayah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yawma la tajzi nafsun an nafsin shay'an. The father will be running up and down. The sweat that will be coming out from individual will now turn to ocean that will swallow some people. Because you don't know where you are going to belong to. You might thought you are a righteous person in this world, but on the day of Qiyamah, you will know where to be found. So there is nothing that should give us contentment. There is nothing that should give us rest of mind that yes, we have done it as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked us to do. As He promised you that He has accepted it. Brothers, we are here now that we think we are on the right path. Those that have died, they are far better. That they died in a state of Iman, they are far better than us. Because you don't know the state that me and you are going to die. There are some people at the point of death, that is when they now turn to kafir. And they have been worshiping Allah. Allah has accepted everything. Right? But the next 1-2 minutes that is going to pass, he will celebrate, he is going to become a kafir. And the 70-80 years that he has done on the right path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything will now become null and void. Will that not be our own ending? It's in hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah now said, Wala yukbalu minha shafa'a. On that day of judgment, nobody will intercede for anybody. Brothers, as we used to say, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let Prophet Muhammad intercede for us on the day of Qiyamah. Yes, he will be ready to intercede for us because there is nothing that we do that will guarantee us as Jannah. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be ready to intercede for us. But when they check your account and they discover that there is nothing to write home about in your account, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will say, pack it well. You know, if Mopol, police officers, and road safety on the road, when you are going, they say, park well. Park to that side. And one will be following your motor with gun. Right? We are so scared of those ones. Why are we not scared of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gave those ones opportunity to be asking you to park well? Somebody that is not even up to your level. Where you going to put your, at times where you are going to drop your shoe. Some of the people that are harassing you, they are not up to stand where you put your shoe. And you tell you have been carrying, park well! And you must park well. If you don't park well, you will enter early grave. And the next thing they will say is accidental discharge. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has created me, created you, and the person that is saying park well, who are we supposed to be so conscious of? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, nobody will intercede for anybody on the day of Qiyamah, except if your account is what? Is weighty. Weighty in terms of, when they put your work on the scale, at least, the scale will have an evidence that, it's over 50%. Nabi Musa is telling the Banu Israel that nobody will intercede for you on the day of Qiyamah. Forget that I came from you. Wala yukhadhu minha adlu. Whatever you have done that is good, nobody will take it away from you. But whatever you do that is not good, you carry your cross. Wala hum yunsarun, and nobody is going to help you on the day of Qiyamah except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I'm telling you to follow his way. I hope you are following me. We are getting who the Bani Israelis are. Nabi Musa now referred to them again and said, "Wa inna ja'alnakum min al-Fir'aun." Oh, you these ungrateful people. Can't you remember when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the opportunity to liberate you from the torment that Pharaoh was subjecting you people to? Yasumunakum su'al azab. He was chastising you with severe chastisement. Nabi Fir'aun, Lanatullah alayh. It was reported that he spent 400 years on the throne. Within these 400 years, he was never sick. No headache, no stomach pain, no diabetes, no hypertension. You can see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala share his mercy with some people. Even the idiots that did not believe in him. Allah still have mercy on them. وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ قَتُورًا وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ كَفُورًا. But the majority, they are still ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's because they are misbehaving. Their attitude, that is why Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah is telling them, you people, are you ungrateful elements? Have you forgotten that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used me to liberate you from the torment of whom? Of Fir'aun. Brothers, we can never travel our journey alone. And what I mean, the journey of life. Not that you are from here going to Ibadan or you are from here going to Lokoja. No. The journey of life. Right from the day one that you are being given birth to, till the day you are going to die. You can't travel alone. When you die, people you don't know, people that can never come closer to you, majority of them are the ones that will carry your dead body. That is why we need to be humble. All those big friends that you have, that you talk in trillions of dollars together with, they can't carry your corpse. They will even ever, and as soon as you die, the first second day when they greet your wife and greet your children again, they have shut down your own network. They won't remember your friend because the business that joined you together is no more. And if any of your child, any of your children knows about it, the way they are going to be outsmarting your children is what they will be calculating. Because you that you are the smartest among them, you are no more. So now what they have not been able to get while you were alive, they want to take advantage of it through your children. That is why we need to make A'al Zikr to be our friends. So that at least even if we are no more, and they didn't remember our family again, they will be remembering us with the good life we have spent together on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fir'aun, Lanatullah alayh. Some of these people that have been liberated by Musa alayhi salamullah, he was not telling them that you people are an ungrateful element to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have you forgotten when Fir'aun used to kill you people? Yasumunakum su'al azab. When he used to kill you people and give you severe torment of punishment. He used to kill your children. He killed the male children. You know, it was the killing when his soothsayer told him, the herbalist told him that, okay, they are going to give birth to a boy in this community, and it is that boy that will sit to the end of your what? Of your throne. So when they prophesied, when they declared that to him, since that day he said any pregnant woman, they should come and be incarcerated them, they should come and keep them in his palace, so that whatever they give birth to, you will be seeing them. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wallahu khairul makirin. Continue plotting. Allah too is plotting. Allah too, won't say Allah is plotting. You continue plotting, but Allah will be what? Will be planning. Already the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there. If you are saying plotting, who did Allah want to plot against? Who are you and what are you? Allah cannot plot. It's just for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just say con and eliminate you. But it's we that will continue to be plotting. We'll be plotting for 15 years. Like what happened between Hamas and Israel. They've been planning for long before what happened 2 weeks ago now happened. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't need that. It's just to say, Kai, this place, let it turn to a football pitch where hundreds of millions have been living. Go and look at the land of where them Samudawa Adal Ula wal Mutafikat, where they existed, is still present day in Jordan. Up to today as I'm talking to you. Where Nabi Hud alayhi salamullah lived. Where Nabi Shuaib lived. It is just the ruins of their existence that you can see now. You can't see any of their traces. The Samudawa Adal Ula, Allah said it in Surah Al-Fajr, wal Fajr wal Layalin Ashir, right? If they want to eat, they are so tall that if they want to eat, those are the kind of people we call Homo erectus. We have Homo sapiens, right? This Homo erectus, this category of people, they are so tall, taller than a roko tree. If they want to eat, if they bend down and insert their hand into an ocean, not a river now, into an ocean, to the bottom of the ocean, they can pick a shark. How hefty they were. And when they raise it, if you get tantamount to the sun, and the sun will dry it, and they bring it down and they eat. These are the categories of people that they use their hands. The same hand you have, that I have, they also have it. It is their hand they will use to build, to do what? To do construction on mountain. They use it to carve the kind of building they want on the mountain, and they enter there and start living. Fatabarakallahu ahsanul khaliqin. With all this, are you not supposed to be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Then who is Fir'aun? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroy all this one, who is Fir'aun? If not the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the acceptance of the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that is not going to wipe us off the earth surface the way he had done to other generation of other prophets. We are not supposed to be in existence because of the atrocities that we have committed, that we are committing, and we are still going to commit. There is a masjid, a mosque in Medina, in Banu Sulaim, Banu Salim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was passing by, either with Abu Musa al-Ash'ari or with Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, one very day. So when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam get to that place, Banu Salim, he now entered the masjid. He now asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala three things. Allah gave him two. He denied him one. Alhamdulillah, I was able to get to that masjid. They call it Masjid Ijaba. Masjid Istijaba. That was the name they named that masjid. It's in Medina. He asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, don't use water to destroy my people the way you used water to destroy whom? The people of Noah. Alayhi salamullah. Allah said, wajabat, I answer your prayer. Don't use hunger to wipe off my people. Allah said yes. Allah, don't use blood letting. Don't let it answer my people. Don't let it wipe away my people. Allah did not answer that one. Indicating that all these Boko Haram, their prayer that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sought for not to exist, Allah did not answer that one. And this is how it's going to continue. All this bloodletting that is going on in Palestine too is part of it. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came out. When he came out, the Sahaba that was with him, either Abu Musa al-Ash'ari or Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. I can't remember precisely, but it's one of them. Now ask him, Rasulullah, you stay so long on your sujood, and you came out, you were shedding tears, your eyeball has turned to red. What happened? He said, I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala three things, he granted me two, he didn't answer the third one. Part of the third one that Allah did not answer is what is happening now. And this is how it's going to continue at Yawm al-Qiyamah. How will me and you will not be a victim? Brothers, let's continue. Pharaoh, La'natullahi alayh, he will spare the female children and continue to be what? Assassinating the male children. Because he doesn't want whom? He doesn't want the person, the child, that will grow up and come and work and bring to the end his throne. What concerns Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? At the end of the day, the child that he was the one that nursed and raised in his palace, he was the one that saw to his head. That's why we should continue doing good. Majority of homes now that their domestic staff, especially all these maids, that are turning the house of happiness to house of sorrow. What is the relationship of the house owner with these children? They too, it was somebody that gave birth to them. But out of financial crisis, they will not live wherever they are to come and render service to you. They will wash your own beddings. They will wash out of your children. The one that people, they will wash everything. And you are still maltreating them. That is why you see some of these housemaids, they misbehave. But if you do good with them, they too, they have their own prosperity that is with them, which can even boost the benefit that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has benefited you. You will not be saying, since when this Anna came into our house, since when Saeed came to our house, Allah is just open ways for us. It's not that it's your salat. Let's say because that is salatic. It's not because of the thousands of tahajjud that you are doing. It's because of that person, a foreigner that came to your house, that you are worshiping Allah through him. So also in places of work, majority of the people under us, they are more than us inside of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spiritually, but they don't write it on the forehead. At times if you see a CEO, the big boss, that just fall down unceremoniously, that are attaining the apex level of his career in life, but we know where to be found. He should trace his path and see those he has offended on the way. Pharaoh didn't offend Musa, he offended Allah through Musa. So also as each one of us, we are going to offend Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through some people around us. And you keep on praying your Khamsu Salawat. You won't even miss any time of prayer. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forsake you. Because you have offended the person that is a chosen person inside of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pharaoh, despite the fact that he doesn't want Nabiuna Musa to come, he still came. وَفِي ذَلِكُمْ بَلَّاءٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ عَظِيمٌ. So Nabiuna Musa kept telling them that Pharaoh that has done all these evil things to you, is killing your female, is killing your male children, and is sparing your female children. It is not so big for you people to have cut him off and follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Musa was telling them this. Those are the whom Bani Israel. And for somebody to be talking like this, you should know that that particular person they are talking to, they've been telling him, they've been giving him warning, he's doing what? He's disproving. Nabi Musa after they cross the sea. Why farrakna bikum al-bahra? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala splitted the sea for them, or the ocean, فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ, he ensured that they had a very smooth passage. وَأَجْرَكْنَا عَلَى فِرْعَوْنَ وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perished Pharaoh, وَعَلَى الْفِرْعَوْنَ, and the people that are his disciples, وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. Maybe you people, your eyes, your sight, you are widely open like this, and you see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perished all of them. Is that not a sign for you to fear Allah? I hope you are following me. Yes. When they cross, why is Mu'adna Musa arba'ina laylatan? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now asks Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah to come for a discussion, he went to the Turi Sina. He left them in a particular land after crossing the sea. I hope you are following me, because it's interconnected. They have left the palace of Pharaoh. They have gotten to where? To the sea. Nabiuna Musa and those that believe in him, they've crossed. Pharaoh and his disciples, they were coming. When they got there, they did what? They perished. Now, those that crossed successfully with Nabiuna Musa, they are outside the river bank, right? Or the ocean bank. Nabiuna Musa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now invited him to come and talk to me. And we all know, where did he normally talk to Allah? On the mountain of Turisina in Misra. That was where he used to meet Allah. No, Allah doesn't send Angel Gabriel to him. He talks directly, bila wasita. He talks directly with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah now invited him for 40 days. While Nabiuna Musa was going, he left the custodianship of the believers, right? With whom? With Harun. He left the leadership with Harun. Like if Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also wants to go out, wants to go on an expedition, he will choose somebody among his companions. Like when he was going for Hud now, he chose Abdullah ibn Ummi Maktoum, a blind man. A blind man. That Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, anytime you hear Abdullah ibn Mas'ud's call, you should stop eating your sahur. Bilal bin Abi Rabah, the Abyssinia African slave, he used to call the first adhan. And brothers, the first adhan is the one we used to call as-salatu khairu minan nawm. We have turned it upside down. Now, as-salatu khairu minan nawm should be the first call to prayer, not the second one. Are you with me? Yes. The second one is Abdullah ibn Ummi Maktoum. Al-Maktoum is a blind man. So, whenever it comes to prayer, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said you should stop eating sahur. So the way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to put some of these companions as the leader of the community of Medina in his absentia. So also, Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah, when he was going to Jabal Tur to go and talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a divine invitation of 40 days, he now asked Haruna, Ya Harun, the one the Christians or the Bible used to call Aaron. Ya Harun, I want you to do what? To be leading this my people. But when Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah was there, among the people that follow Nabiuna Musa that claim to be a believer, there is somebody we call Musa Samiriyu. Yorubas, if you can remember, those of us that we are just like 5-10 years old now, in some of our homes, you see our parents, they write Lami Sasa, Mafara Kami. They write Lami Sasa at the entrance. They say Ogun Igbonani. Lami Sasa means don't touch me. Maybe you have something. Musa Samiriyu, he was nursed by Angel Gabriel. We have Musa Kalamullah, who is our own Nabiuna Musa. Musa Samiriyu, Musa Kalamullah was nursed and raised by Pharaoh. He became a righteous servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Musa Samiriyu that was nursed and raised by Jibril direct, he became an unfortunate person. Somebody that it was angel that raised him. According to the story, they said his mother got impregnated. Maybe they don't know his father. You know all those bastard pregnancies that they used to have. So she went to throw him inside the bush. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a mission for him. So Angel Gabriel used to be the one that will now go and feed him. So whenever he goes, the horse that he used to ride to go and feed him, Musa Samiriyu, while he was growing up, out of his own discretion, there was a day he now fetched that sand where the hoof of the horse. Anywhere the hoof of the horse is being placed, that place used to breathe like a human being. So he fed that sand one day, he kept it to himself. So when Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah went to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Musa Samiriyu now collected all the golds that was with the Banu Israel that were believers that crossed the sea with Nabiuna Musa. And who was their leader in the absence? Haruna. So Musa Samiriyu now told them, he now brainwashed them that, you people are deceiving yourself. The Musa that brought us here, that said he has gone somewhere, did we see the Lord that he claimed to have sent him? So he collected all their golds. He now molded those golds. He now molded it as a calf. A baby calf, C-A-L-F. Right? So the soil that he has fetched from the hoof of who? Of the horse of Nabiuna, of the horse of Angel Gabriel. He now fetched that sand. He now pour it on the calf that he molded with gold. And the calf now do more. He now told them that this is the Lord that you're supposed to be worshiping. How we are getting it? So he led some of the believers to now become disbelievers. Part of the sababul nuzul of this ayah. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invited Nabiuna Musa for a 40 days invitation. Summa tahastumul ijla, al-hijli here. Ogede gbe malu. A calf. Al-Baqarah, like Surah Al-Baqarah. Summa tahastumul ijla. After, when in the absence of Nabiuna Musa, you now choose a baby calf to be worshipping the calf. You people transgress. You started doing wrong things in his absence. And you claim to have believed. If not because of his belief, you ought to have perished with the people of Pharaoh. After all this, Nabi Musa, when he now came back, he started fighting with his brother. Who was his brother? Harun. And you know Harun was who? Was his elder brother. It wasn't his younger brother. That is why I keep telling us, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed as our destiny, we should accept. You might be a firstborn at the age of 50. It might be your younger brother at the age of 15 that is still in school but is doing many jobs that will still be paying for the house rent of your mother. Allah doesn't consider age whenever he is distributing his wealth. It's just like 10, 4, 10, 15 of you. You now say, you 10, 15, you now went there. You now go there and say, Engr Saheed Olaosebikan. That means Engr Saheed Olaosebikan is more than all the 15 people. If they ask you, that where is such a person, indicating that if only him come, in replacement of all these 15 people, you can't do it. It's just like Khadija. Okuto juala yilo. Bata nan kuma maganan ta a cikin duniya ya fi wanda suna raye. Shine Yarbawa so kwe uku to juala yilo. Wanda ya riga mutu. Amma tun da bai manan kuma rasuwansa ya fi na su marayu, ya fi na masu rai. So whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given an opportunity, murungumeshi, kakpawapo, kadima, only one transformer can serve 3-4 communities. Only one transformer. So if you hold on to somebody that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made him to be successful, you too, you'll be successful. Ana kiran ka abokin sarki. Ai wannan ma babban title ne. Wọ́n pe Ọlọ́rẹ̀ ọba. Oríire kan kọ́ ni. Tá bá pe Ọlọ́rẹ̀ olórí ibú ńkọ́. Oríire kan lè yún náà. Kagba fọ́lọ́. Harun was the elder brother to Musa. He never said that, why will I be following my younger brother? Lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀yin Yorùbá jẹ́ mọ́ sọ pé nìkan ló ràwọ̀ yín. Ṣé bí wọ́n ní ràwọ̀, ìràwọ̀ tí ò tán náà tí ò tán kankan. Ọwọ́ rẹ̀ tí ó mọ̀ bọ̀ ló ń bọ̀ sanwó ọmọ skul rán ọmọ ká rán onímúra. Ọjọ́ mọ̀ ló lọ káàkiri àmọ́ ló fi dé. Èèyàn kọ́lé fún wa àtìyàwó rẹ̀ ló ní ràwọ̀ rẹ̀. Kó mọ̀ lóun sọ mọ́nà káì. Nabiuna Harun, because of his submissiveness to Musa, he was later ordained as a what? As a prophet. His name wasn't among the prophet before. Every one of us, let's accept faith. Allah ya'lamu aysu yaj'ala risalatahu. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to place the authority, it's only Allah that knows it. If it is the last one in your family, you should hold on to him. Ogolewa ni kò gbọdọ̀ kú. Tẹ́ bá pa ẹnu tètè lọ al-kiyama. Usiosi jẹ́ da. Aliraba mutetology. Nabiuna Musa, he came back. He started fighting his elder brother. The brother now say, Ya Ahi, la ta'khudhu bil liyati. All this I'm saying is in Surah At-Taha. Wala birasi. Oh my brother, don't tear me with my beard that you have held on to. He held on to his brother. And you know Nabiuna Musa, the health that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him is equivalent to the health of 30 human beings. Only him. He was so benevolent. Allah was so merciful on him. Even Nabiuna Musa speak from here, you'll be hearing Kogi State. He was so powerful and so healthy. He held on to the beard of his brother. The brother was not saying, my brother, don't pull out my beard and don't pull out my head. Because the strength he had. Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah, after accepting what his brother has told him, the brother explained to him, we should always allow people to speak. Don't use your authority and position on people anyhow. Allow them to speak. Hear from them. Allow people to talk. Because of your, I don't want to listen to them. Go and lock them up. Oh no, padà lock you na láì béèrè ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run nífa ìtagbára wà lọ́wọ́ yín. Aba bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ni wọ́n máa ra mọ́tò 160 million níbi tẹ́bi tí ń pa wá. Summa la tus'aluna yawma idhin 'anil na'im. He explained to him At the end of the day, Nabiuna Musa discovered that it was Musa Samiriyu. He became very hungry. After some time, he became relaxed. They sought for his forgiveness because within that period, a wind came from nowhere. He asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to destroy them. But at the end of the day, if I destroy all these people, what will I show again that these are the people that so àgbàlagbà bínú tán ogbó àgbàlagbà tí bá ń bínú bíkúbí kò lè lẹ́yìn. An elderly person that keep on getting angry every time. Everything, anything, ó lè ṣe lórí ibú lọ padà fẹ́ kàn. Náà sọ fún Hamza, wọ́n manage ẹ̀, Abdulrahman wọ́n manage ẹ̀, ìdọ̀ní dáa yóò sá lọ náà ni. And every neighborhood is telling you, be patient, manage her, even you ṣe wọn náà dá wájú Ọlọ́run. Is Allah not managing our own affairs? You are not saying somebody that has given birth to 4 or 5 children for you. Ojú rẹ̀ fọ́n dà tó fi bí alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tí ní ọmọ lọ́lé bàbá rẹ̀. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala evaluate every one of us on what we are doing wrongfully on daily basis, none of us should be on this earth any longer. And they are asking you, as far as you didn't catch your wife fornicating, performing adultery, stealing, the other things you'll be able to manage. The other thing you should be able to manage as far as it's not affecting your deed and it's not affecting your health. And she's not training your children in the Bible. You should manage the other thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is managing me and you too. Nabiuna Musa alayhi salamullah, he managed them. After managing them, summa afawna ankum min ba'di zalika. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now forgive them. Despite the fact that they have what? They have wronged Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us be merciful on people. Man la yarhamu nasu fil addi la yarhamuhullahu fis sama. Anybody that doesn't have mercy on people on the earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the heaven will never have mercy on that person. It's an authentic hadith. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹni tó ṣe pé ó ṣèṣì sórí ire ni accidental success. Ó ṣèṣì kó máa pín tí ẹ bá ṣàánú Ọlọ́run kò yẹ kó kàn. Ọlọ́run á mọ́ fi ṣàdánwò fọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn. Fakana al-insanu qatura. Kí lẹ jẹ́? Who are you and what are you? They were sọ̀rọ̀ the black sheep of the family. Wa iza atayna Musa al-kitaba. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now said again, when we gave Nabiuna Musa scripture, what did Nabiuna Musa went to go and collect from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? At-Tawrat. Taurata fún Musa, Injila fún Isa, Seburatu Dauda, Al-Qur'an fún Shenla. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give a Torah to Nabiuna Musa, Injil to Nabiuna Isa, Zabura, he gave it to Nabiuna Dawood, Al-Qur'an for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Khatimul Anbiya wa Imamul Mursalin. Allah said, when we gave, after we gave the scripture of Torah to whom? Prophet Musa alayhi salamullah. The original scripture Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to Moses was the Old Testament. The New Testament is the one that our people, they brought on board. The Old Testament is very familiar to Al-Qur'an Al-Karim. Not to talk of, we are now talking of King James Version. How old is King James Version? Allah said, when we gave Torah to Nabiuna Musa, wal furqana la'alakum ta'tadun, we gave him so that he can guide you away from the misguidance. La'alakum ta'tadun, for you people to be on the right path. Why call Musa liqawmihi? When Musa now told his people, who are his people? Banu Israel. Yaakov, me, oh my people, innakum zalamtu anfusakum. You people are wronging yourself. You are just fooling yourself. Bittihazikum al-ijla. For you to be worshipping this idol, despite the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven them. Some are still doing clandestinely, going there to go and what? To go and be worshipping the idol. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni orò ìdílé tí ò tán lágbolé ẹ̀yin Yorùbá wa. You see Yorùbá people, if they are carrying Eyo in Lagos, it is the Hujjaj, àwọn alálàájì with akónímọ́kà àbàkínṣù, àwọn ni wọ́n tún máa spare rẹ̀, àwọn wọ́n sponsor rẹ̀. Yorùbá wa kún hádà orò ìdílé pọ̀ mẹ́sìn, ẹ̀sìn sì lẹ́ ń ṣe ẹ̀sẹ̀sìn lẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá ń ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn. Allah will give me opportunity one day We talk about al-Islam and culture, wal-ada. Because majority of us will fall or we fell into that pit. We are observing the Hamsu Salawat, but there are some traditional or cultural activities that we are doing that has vitiated the ibadah that we are claiming that we are doing. And we are doing it ignorantly. But when we get to Allah, if you continue like this and we die in that state, we won't meet anything inside of Allah. Islam is more than Hamsu Salawat. It's more than Ramadan. It's more than just giving your mother and father on your payroll. Islam is more than that. Providing borehole in the neighborhood so that everybody will be fetching water and be praying for you. Islam is more than that. That means we should not do our Islam in what? In darkness. Fasalu ala zikiri in kuntum la ta'lamun. Ask if you don't know. Nabiyuna Musa alayhi salamullah now told them that you people are fooling yourself by worshipping what? This calf. Fatubu ila bariukum. You people should seek for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness and distance yourself away from it. Faktulu anfusakum, and fight yourself, fight your soul. Zalikum khairul lakum inda bariukum. That will be the most beneficial thing to you if you distance yourself from this act of worshipping idol. Fataba alaykum, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive you and accept your sincere repentance. Innahu wa tawwabur rahim. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that used to accept all sincere repentance. And after accepting it, we will now have mercy on you. I hope you are following me. After all this, Nabiyuna Musa alayhi salamullah, they now told him, why kuntum ya Musa? Those Bani Israel, they have so much audacity that they don't even honor him. You know, there was an ayah I've been quoting several times. An alim, your imam, your malam, a knowledgeable person that is responsible in the society. You just don't call them directly by their name. You honor them. Mala Abdul Kadiri, Mala Muhammadu, Mala Hamza, Afawa Hamza. You help Mawale by Quran to all. Onga never Jenny Akmale, Ama Quran to Wala, every Male. It doesn't matter the Yara, Efa Quran, your S was Hamza, very away Mikala Uncle. And anytime a responsible person is portraying the image of Quran, you honor him. You don't just call, come here. No. These people are disrespectful. Where's going to your Musa? You now say, oh Musa, oh Moses. The people that he had already liberated from Pharaoh, around Allah Makan, Allah More. I've ever told us about one jinn, the time we are talking about jinn. About a fishmonger, Akpeja, Undeje Rapiyaji Akashi Kipi. There was a jinn that is inside that river where they used to fetch, that where they used to what? They used to do fishing. So one very day, somebody now caught, a fishmonger went to the what? He went to the river to go and fish. The first time, the hook came out from the river. It was very heavy before he brought it out. He thought it's going to be like he's carrying a whale or a shark or all these big. But unfortunately, when it came out with a dead animal, which is not in the class of even fish. He dropped it. From morning, he was at the river bank. He was there the second time. He threw his hook inside the river. He brought it out. On coming out, it was like a dead monkey. The third time, he now said, "Kai, let me try. It's around sunset now. Before I go, let me try my luck." When he's going to come out, he came out with a bottle. And that was his last hope for that day. He came out with a bottle. And inside this bottle, there was a jinn that has been living inside that bottle since the time of Nabiul Dawud alayhi salamullah. And Nabiul Dawud alayhi salamullah, I think he spent like 6,000 years on this earth. So the man brought it out. He was so amazed that what is this? You know, some of these jinns, they are in shape like an amoeba. You know an amoeba, those of you that you did biology, amoeba doesn't have shape. It's just like maybe octopus too. Octopus too can change to anything, anytime. What is this? What is this? Like a stick. So the man now opened the bottle. That's like your Coca-Cola bottle that you open the top. The thing now came out like an air. He now spoke. He now said, Alhamdulillah. I've been in this bottle since the time of Nabi Dawud alayhi salamullah. And I've said any day I came out from this prison that I have been, anybody that rescue me, I'm going to kill the person. And you know, we human beings, Allah gave us a quwwatu zahira. As we have some intellect that we can use to do something good, we have the other way. Yahoo boys, what are they using? Ọpọlọ náà ń lò. Oh, lọ síbi tó dáa ni. Hankali suke amfani da shi, amma ba su amfani da shi a gurin da Allah yake so bane. Hankali ne, for you to have sit down and plan on how to get money from a foreign land, and you get the money. Without, some of them are not doing all this juju that they are doing, no. It is their brain that they will sit down on their system and they will do it and they will get it. What if they now use that intellect on the right path? Can see, it can bring them manifold of what they are getting in a dubious way. Immediately, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the hunter, the fisherman, the fishmonger, Allah gave him the second thought. So he spoke with the jinn. You know we can speak with the jinn. I hope you know. Even me, I've ever spoken to them twice. When we are doing ruqyah for a sister. They will speak with you. But you must have a mechanism in you, or else you'll be a victim. The man now spoke with him or her. And I said, now that you have said anybody that rescue you, it is an honor I have done to you, and I want to make you my friend. And I said, how do you want to make me? Okay, let's start from here. I want to know how you enter into this bottle. That you have stayed there for long. That now that I'm rescuing you, I want to see how do you manage to get into this bottle. The jinn said, okay, let me show you the way I enter. As he entered into the bottle like that, that was how the man now came back. And that was the song that this man now sung, the fishmonger. فَأَلْنَا جَمِيلًا قَبَلُونَ بِجِدِّهِ فَأَلْنَا جَمِيلًا قَبَلُونَ بِجِدِّهِ. He now said that whoever we do favor to and did not pay us back with the favor that we have done him, it is that favor that is going to haunt the person. That is just the bottom line. فَأَلْنَا جَمِيلًا قَبَّلُونَ بِجِدِّهِ وَآذَا لِأَمْرِي مِنْ فِعَالٍ لِفَوَاجِرِ. Alhamdulillah. That whoever we render any good favor to, and he pay us back with that good favor, it is that favor that will now turn to ocean and sweep him away. Anybody that does favor to us, don't let us forget them. Either they are alive or they are not alive. The favor might not lead to money, but might lead to other opportunities for you. If they are not alive, remember their wife and remember their children. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa alive mo re ni wa. En tan ba ṣe tó bá ti lọ tán bá ya ni gbeyin wo mo. Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Nabi Musa told them that you people, you should not become ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why is going to Ya Musa? They now told Musa alayhi salamullah, I hope you are following me. La nu'mina laka hatta nara Allah ajaratan. Oh Musa, the people that Musa had already asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive, Allah has shed away. They are fast. He has shed away the chastisement that's supposed to swallow all of them. They now told Nabi Musa again that La nu'minu laka, we won't believe in you again hatta nara Allah ajaratan, until we see that your Lord, we see him physically. Among the people that he had already liberated, they had one saying this. Allah now said, فَأَخَذَتْكُمْ صَائِقَةٌ وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. Allah said, we didn't do anything again for them. We just sent a strike of anger on them. وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. And you people are looking at them like this, the way we dealt with them. So all these shenanigans we are doing here, Allah has just been pleased with us because of the dua of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If not because of his mercy, we ought not to have been in existence again. You can see how people challenge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through his prophet. We want to see that your Lord. It's just like Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salamullah. That I want to see Kefa yuhyil mauti how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to kill and how he used to raise. Okay, can I show you something? He said, Allah, yes. Allah said, okay, go on to that mountain. It was just a wind alone that passes through, that breezed in front of Nabiuna Ibrahim alayhi salamullah, and he fainted for so many years before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now brought him back to life. Allah said, do you want to see me? He said, Alhamdulillah. It was after that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now asked him to go and take a peacock, a bird, these 4 animals, birds like that. It's in Surah Al-Baqarah. That you should kill them, grind 4 of them together. Right? When you now finish doing that, you now stand there. When you stand there, you now call, Akuko, come, peacock, come, ostrich, come, Susu, come, this one come. You see, Sayati, Kasayan, all of them will come and meet you. It's in Surah Al-Baqarah. After killing them, grinding all of them together, mix them like powder. So call them. So also Uzairu, that the Jews used to call Ibn Allahi. Uzairu was on transit. He slept somewhere with his rickety donkey and his calabash or gourd that he used to carry water, and he slept off. Uzairu slept there for like how many years? 100 years. And when he woke up in the morning, he discovered that the donkey has died. The flesh has disappeared. The skeleton that has turned to fossil, F-O-S-S-I-L, that has turned to fossil. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala communicated with Uzairu. For how many years have you slept? Uzairu said, he slept for 1 day and 1 day after 1 day. Allah said, Bal, you have slept for mi'atun sana. You have slept for how many years? 100 years. Unzur ila himarika. Kaifa nunsizuha la'man. Summa nakisuha. Okay, look onto that your animal, that your himar, that your donkey. How we are going to rebrand it back. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala restored the fleshes on the bones that had already decayed. Who can do this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All these are white guys that are cloning human beings. They can't do all this. They do blood transfusion. They are just trying. But what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do, they can't do it. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just strike. It was a voice, not even a thunder. He strike on them, and all of them that believe in Musa as a den. Wa antum tanzurun, and they are looking at him. Despite that, summa ba'asnakum min ba'di mawtikum. After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strike a sound on them, ba'asnakum, he still woke them back up. You can see how merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with these people and with every one of us. La'alakum tashkurun. Allah did all this for them to what? To be able to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After all this, وَظَلَّلْنَا عَلَيْكُمُ الْغَمَامَ. Allah now shed over them a cloud, so that the sun will not be too much for them. The rain, if it is falling, the rain will not soak them too much. وَأَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَنَّ. After doing them this favor, أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَنَّ. Allah descend unto them. Al-manna here is like a juicy substance from the tree. It's a juicy, some people interpret it as milk. But from Tafsir Ibn Kathir, there are 2 definitions given to it. Al-manna here means a juicy substance from a particular tree. The second meaning of al-manna is like honey. Wallahu ta'ala alam. Wasalwa, and baked bird meat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descended all this from the heaven to this Banu Israel. Allah now said, Kulu min tayyibati ma razaqnakum. You people should eat from this provision we have made for you that are lawful, indicating that we should not eat something that is not lawful. وَمَا ظَلَّمْنَا وَلَكِنْ كَانُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ. Allah said, you people, you can't do anything wrong to us. With my mightiness, you can't wrong me. The only thing you can do is ظَلَّمُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. You can only wrong yourself. It's just that we say we are not praying now. Did he remove any iota of anything from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? كَانَ وُتِرًا فِي مُلْكِهِ. Laysa lahu bidaya, wala nihaya, wala haddu, wala niaya. All these are the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has no beginning, he has no middle, and will never have an end. Before we came to be into existence, Allah has been existing. So what value are you adding to Allah? You now say you are not going to worship him again. Allah did not even know that you are existing. Who are you and what are you? Nabi Musa is telling this Banu Israel that you can't wrong Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are infinitesimal inside of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can only wrong yourself. So, you can see all the incidences between this Banu Israel and Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah. He now told them, okay, you people, let's enter this community. Which community is that? Baitul Maqdis, Jerusalem. Al-Addu al-Muqaddas, a blessed land, a sanctified land, a purified land. Let's enter. Fakulu minha aysushitum. And when you get there, eat anything you like from any source. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already what? Sanctified that community. Eat rather than anyhow you like it tomorrow. Continue eating. The tomorrow here means what? The day of Qiyamah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cease your existence. Continue eating. You have become anointed candidate of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wadkhulu baba sujadan. And you should enter this community what? By bowing down. Ruka'an, sujadan. This sujada here doesn't mean to prostrate. It means ruka'an. That's why I keep telling us that I understand Arabic doesn't mean that you can interpret Quran. Arabic is just like a language, like Yoruba language, like Hausa language, like Igbo language. It doesn't give us the actual meaning of Quran until you have the ilm of tafsir. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say idulu baba ruka'an? He now said idulu baba sujadan. That wherever you are entering to that community, you should bow down. You should be humble. Brothers, anywhere we are entering, even our own room, if you want to enter your house, we have askar that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bismillah tawakkaltu ala Allah wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. That is if you want to enter the main entrance of your house. If you enter your bedroom, there is an askar. You want to enter your restroom, there is an askar. If you want to go out, there is an askar. It's just for us to live a more spiritual life. He told them that you should be humble before entering into this community. And you people, you should seek for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness from all the misdeeds that you have done. When you do all this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase you in doing good. If you refuse to seek for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala repentance, there is nowhere we can go. Because those misdeeds that you have done, they will be tying you down. There won't be istijaba in your life. You won't be purified. So impurity will continue to be following you. It might now lead to generational issue if care is not taken. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now said, فَبَدَلَ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا قَوْلًا غَيْرَ الَّذِي قِيلَ لَهُمْ. These people, they still change all what Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah has told them to do. And who are the people? Banu Israel. فَانْزَلْنَا عَلَى الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا رِجْزًا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. Allah said we didn't waste time. Those that disbelieve, that's why we gave them all this opportunity. فَانْزَلَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا رِجْزًا. Allah now said we descended a severe punishment. You know there are some people, if they slap you like this, the next thing you see is rainbow colors. And it's just one simple slap. That is ordinary human being. It's just like, especially you, these Lagosians, if you enter a Danfo or you enter a Molue or this public transport, if an ordinary conductor calls you, you know how you are going to react. If ordinary conductor that has drank alcohol in the morning use his mouth to curse you like that, you know how you are going to react. Not talk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cursing them. Who can carry it? What is your own weight? If we weigh you on the scale, what is your weight? We should not wait till the chastisement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come. You know when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to destroy the people of Lut, he told him that those that believe in him, he should remove them immediately. And as soon as they are getting out of that community, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked the angel, they should turn the town upside down. But if they didn't go out, Allah will perish all of them together. That is why anywhere their sin is of high magnitude, we that we think we are so conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we should not reside in that place. Because you might not be spared when the anger of Allah or the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to descend on them. They change the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because of the disbelief and the attitude of ungratefulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah clear every one of them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be with us and forgive us our shortcomings. In summary for today, these are the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called the Banu Israel, the Israelites. And I told us at the inception that if we are talking about Banu Israel, they are divided into two, which I am going to briefly discuss after now. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us this opportunity to be here today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala count this our gathering as an act of ibadah. Now, brothers, we have discussed last week the owner of the land of Palestine according to Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today, we started discussion on Banu Israel. I thought I would be able to summarize it, but out of like 12 pages of what I brought, I've just discussed one. To know where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has talked about this Banu Israel, all the favors that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done to them, and how they show ungratefulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that we know if some of us here too are from the family of Banu Israel, you take your attribute from what we are discussing. So this is going to be part one of whom are the Banu Israel. Now, this land that is causing chaos, that genocide is ongoing in Palestine, we all knew that this land is for us, right? We have said it in Surah Al-Baqarah. We've established that fact, not the Kalamur Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, bal huwa Kalamullah. We have said it. After the genocide of 1947 that we talked about, the World War II last week, in between Adolf Hitler and the Israelis, when the World War II came down, subsided, these Israelis, they were scattered. So the European countries, nobody wants to harbor them because of their traits and characteristics of being betrayers people. The Jordan said, no, we don't want you. The Egypt country said, we don't want you. The Syria said, we don't want you. Okay, what can we do for them? Okay, let's pack them to where? They push them to Palestine. That was how they formed the colony of Palestine in 1948. They were there subjugating the landowners, because we have established that when Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah was coming with them, they already said to him that inna fiha qawman jabbarin wa inna lan nadkhulaha hatta takhruju minha fa in takhruju minha fa inna dakhilun. That unless those people that are there are people that are there, unless they come out before we will now go in. And it was narrated, it was reported that the people that were there, they were Arabs. Nabiuna Ismail alayhi salamullah, his mother was from the family, was the daughter of Nabiuna Lut alayhi salamullah. Nabiuna Lut and Nabi Ibrahim, they existed at the same time. Nabiuna Ibrahim was the father of Nabiuna Isaac. It is from Nabiul Ishaq that the Banu Israel now came out from. Gradually, that is their family tree. So, we all knew how Nabiul Ibrahim alayhi salamullah has settled the mother of Ismail at where? In Mecca. When Ismail now married from the clan we call Bani Durhum. They were there. Nabiul Ishaq was there as a settler, which I'm trying to cut short because of time constraint. The Arabs in that particular land, they became divided because of the settlers that came to their land. That is why I want to use this opportunity to reiterate to us and a reference to what happened here in Lagos State prior to the electioneering period. That some people are telling you, Yorubawa people, that this land is a no man's land. I hope you can flash back. You know, one of the son of the soil of this place that is sitting in a very big position here in this country, he didn't succeed his election from this state. I hope you know whom I'm talking about. He didn't succeed his election from this state. And the settlers said that this place belongs to nobody. So also, those of you that you are just selling your ancestral land to foreigners, the same thing of what happened in Hamas, in Palestine, is what is going to come to happen to you. The reference I've given about Lagos State. To the extent that because of money, it's part of what happened. The Banu Israel, when they settled there, they started inviting some people. If they want to rent house, if the Palestinians told them that the house rent is 1 naira, they will tell them that we are going to give you 10 naira. You know, we have some category of people too in this Lagos. If you want to rent 2-bedroom flat, 450,000, they will tell you they will pay 600. But the day you want them to go out of that house, that is when you know that your day of Qiyamah has come. They will frustrate your life. They will frustrate the life of the landlord. We are living together with them in this state. They can use any amount of money to get what they want, but they will make sure they make life miserable for you. The first 2 years rent that you collect before you get the following year, that is the kind of trade they have. So the Banu Israel, they used to come based on invitation to the Palestinian land. They used to dance some of these people or multiply their money. So this Arab, tactically or ignorantly, they started welcoming them. Àtìráwọn èèyàn gidi gbá wa náà ṣe máa ń ráwọn ìbò ń gbà kéékèèké táwọn gbé èèyàn gidi náà tá fi gbalẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn baba ńlá baba wa lọ́wọ́ wa. So also gbogbo orúbi tá a wà yìí náà everywhere that we are here. Some people that have sold the land that their great grandchildren supposed to have inherited, they have sold it at a very cheap rate. Táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá dàgbà tó ní ojú àwọn baba ńlá baba wa mọ̀ dúdú, they will now start going to court. Ní àwọn yẹn àwọn baba ńlá baba wa jẹ́ ọlá pé wọn ò kàwé. It's happening. And it will continue to be happening at Tayyum al-Qiyamah. You see what is happening in Palestine? It will never end at Tayyum al-Qiyamah. It will never end. If that one finishes, another country soon is going to come up, is going to erupt. Until, if every one of us go back to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have said, because we have compromised what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran. Now, they discovered that this Arab, they have inclined towards the Western life. They started bringing women for them. They started bringing alcohol for them. All those that have long beards and this food stuff, they kai it's just like a nun, a Catholic female sister that says she will not marry. Majority of them now, they are marrying. Majority of them, they are living that priesthood. Fatherism is not in Islam. That a woman should not marry, a man should not marry. Celibacy is not in Islam. Marry. Ọlọ́run dá ojú ara ọkùnrin kó lè fi ṣe àǹfààní fóbìnrin ni. Ẹ̀yin kan wálẹ̀ ní sí. Ẹ pé ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run rọrùn. So after some time that they discovered that they have penetrated these Arabs very well, they now told them that this land belongs to us. I'm telling you the genesis of what is happening there based on my knowledge. that we are going nowhere. We are not here for siyasiyya. We are not here for visiting. We are the landowner. And that was how the problem started, right from when it started. Along this line, they have captured some Arabs to their side because they have the material to entice them. Some Arab said, no, we have to take care of our land and we have to get it back. The Arabs were divided into two. One particular Arab, they are the one we call Duhfa Garbiyya. Those ones, they are the very fragile type of Arab. They are still there till today. The other side, they are the Hamas, that they fall into Gaza, Harira, Duhfa Garbiyya. These are all the areas within the confine of where? Of Palestine. So these Duhfa Garbiyya, they are the ones that are doing al-amala to Sahayyina, that, oh, we need to take it gently. They are the ones that used to go to UN, that please help us talk to this Banu Israel that they should return back our land to us. They are the ones that they have been talking several talks. But the people in Gaza, they said no, they forcefully collected our land, so we have to use force to collect it. Amaliyatu Salam now. Amaliyatu Salam. Those are Duhfa Garbiyya. You now see, if the people in Gaza, they want to go for Hajj, they want to go for Umrah, they want to do anything, they don't have sovereignty on their own to do anything. They have to pass through the Duhfa Garbiyya, the Palestinians, the Arabs that are very flexible. Amma mutanen Gaza suna cewa kai da wuta da ruwa da komi sai mun karbi filayen mu. So if the people at Gaza, they want to do anything, they have to go through their brother in Duhfa Garbiyya. Duhfa Garbiyya Arabs, they will not take their paper even if they are going to Hajj. They will not take their paper and take it to Banu Israel. Banu Israel is the one that will now approve. They will not be giving them condition. This is the life our brothers are living there. They can't do anything on their own. So these people in Gaza, they have laid a siege on them for the past 15 years. They don't have any autonomy on their own. So within that 15 years, they started cogitating. How can we liberate ourselves? Within that 15 years is when they took the advantage of doing what? Of doing their weapons that they used to strike 2 weeks ago. Now, the Banu Israel, they were caught they were caught unaware. You know, so you these people that we have relegated, that we thought you are nobody. Oh, Asako to find you. Rabo de Jabaya, Ashekapi ne Jekao. That was how they started what? Launching attack on them. And they violated all the war conditions. Even Islamically. As he affected the Banu Israel, so also he affected our Muslim brothers. They both, on both sides, they violated the conditions of war. Now, if we are cursing, we are doing al-kunut that we ought to have been doing on every of our salawat, either day or night. I hope you know we can do al-kunut this afternoon. If our brothers are in danger, you can do al-kunut. It's not only in Salatul Subi that you can do al-kunut. Our Muslim brothers are doing it everywhere. On Salatul Juma'at like this, they are doing. I wanted to do it last week, but I say, okay, some of us might not understand. So what we don't understand, we should keep it aside and enlighten people about it. On the last rakah of any prayer, if our Muslim brothers and sisters are in adversity, either in the afternoon, in the morning, any prayer you are doing, you can do like this and raise up your hand and do al-kunut that everybody will be hearing. It doesn't vitiate your salat. So, these Jews, these Banu Israel, they also divided into two. You know our Muslim brothers, they are already divided into two. So, any opportunity, anything that is coming as a support, as a aid to the Palestine, it only goes to the people at where? Duhfa Garbiyya, because they are inclined to where? To the Banu Israel. This Banu Israel, there are two types. There is one Among them that are called Suhuyyun or Sahayyina. Sahayyina. These ones are the occultic Jews. They are very deadly. And you hardly see any world leader that does not belong to this category. All these Freemasons, all these, all those powerful people in the world. It's like a fraternity, like a cult. They don't have mercy. So, somebody that just released $100 billion to support Israel to fight Hamas in Gaza, these are where they used to connect themselves. Netanyahu, all of them, this is where they connect themselves. So, the second Jew, they are the one we call Israeli. Those are the ones that they will be saying, because the Jews too, some of them are not happy with what this category of Suhuyyun are doing. I've explained whom the Jews are, their leader, the rabbi or whatever, the rabbi they call them. I've explained all this in the past. So, as our own Arab brothers are divided into two, so also the Jews on the land of Palestine, they also divided into two. I hope we are getting it. Now, we know that the land belongs to us. We know the Jews. We know our Muslim brothers that are there. When they now lock the border, when they are now killing our Muslim brothers, the Arab world around that circumference of that particular Palestine, our Muslim brothers, they are also locking the borders. They didn't allow the infiltration of our Muslim brothers that are there. Where do the Muslim countries belong to? I hope you are following me. 2019, 2020, there was a conference that was held just because of this issue of this Palestine. One of our Malam, one of my direct Malam was in that conference in Egypt. Now said, this is how they used to hold the meeting every year. So the leader of the Arabs, of the Duhfa Garbiyya, now came. He started crying that, he started bringing instances from Quran, bringing instances from Hadith, that you are Muslim brothers, you are our Arab brothers. How are you looking at us? We are not getting any help from you. At the end of the day, that's why our scholar said there is nobody that was able to reach a consensus that this is what we need to do for them. They all left out that place crying. Is it cry that we need to do? 2021, one of their leaders in Palestine, who is in the level of Sheikh bin Abbas, on Tarawih like this, it was on that Tarawih that they used bomb to eliminate him. They were just packing his bodies like this in this Palestine. We are our Muslim brother. It's not everything that you can use money to give or as a gift. Some of them, King Malikul Faisal in 1978, the king of Makkah then, he said, we need to go and liberate our Muslim brothers. I wouldn't mind if I need to relinquish my life for this our Muslim brother. Majority of people supported him from the Arab land. Some. Even we have some brothers that left from Nigeria to go there in the name of jihad. But they were overpowered. And I told us about a document that Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu signed with them to transfer the ownership of the land to the Muslim. That nobody will take this from you. It's just a similitude of nobody will take the key of Kaaba from Usman bin Talha, except a tyrannical leader that will come. And that tyrannical leader will not come at Yawm al-Qiyamah. So, they told Umar, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that nobody will take this from you. But since we have that, we are our Muslim brothers from some Arabian countries to support these our Muslims that are under this genocide. Where are they? They've locked out their border. So, indicating that they've had an agreement with this white that as far as you are going to give us peace in our own country, you are going to support us with your security consciousness. Anybody that you are dealing with, we are not going to support them. That was why I brought the instances of the last 4 verses of Surah At-Tawbah to us last week. So this is what is happening in Gaza. And this is what is happening in Palestine. But the only thing we need to do is to be clamoring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that our Masjid al-Aqsa and our Ikhwanul Muslimun, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to protect them. Nelson Mandela, a freedom fighter. In 1990, he was interviewed in New York City concerning this Palestine issue. And the response was that, to the interviewer, his response was that, I've never seen any moral crisis and humiliation of our time other than what the Bani Israel are doing for the Palestinians. That was Nelson Mandela, who was in prison for 27 years in South Africa. And what was his offense that led to the apartheid? Because he was the black South Africa. The white South African said, you must see us as superior. And he kept on fighting it, that you are nobody to me. That was what led to the racism in the same country. As it used to happen in America too. You see black American, you see white American, you see yellow and green America. Archbishop Desmond Tutu, so also from this South Africa, he was one of the highest ranking Catholic bishop. In 1980, he was also interviewed in England by one of the foremost journalists called David Frost. He interviewed him concerning this Palestine. He told him that what they experience in their own country as an apartheid. I hope you have understood what apartheid is. Just policy that showing the differentiation between one color and another color. That is what we mean by apartheid. He now said that what they experienced during apartheid period in South Africa is less worse than what the Palestinians are experiencing, because I've gone there several times. There was one grandson of Nelson Mandela too that also visited that place. He said he has never witnessed anything as bad as apartheid while they were growing up. The worst he has ever seen in his life is what is happening in Palestine. All these people, are they Muslims? Jimmy Carter, one-time president of America, he also visited while he was president of America. So when he finished his tenure, he wrote a book called Peace, Not Appetite. That peace is what we need. At where? In Palestine, and not appetite. If non-believers that love peace are saying this, we are our own Muslim brothers, which I know some of the countries, but I won't mention any country's name. This is the Islam that we are doing. And this is where we have found ourselves. Where are we going to be tomorrow? Inna Allah ya'murukum bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi ya'izukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Brother, the best we can do now is to be helping our brothers and sisters with dua. They have killed thousands of them. They have bombed their hospitals. They have cut the electricity supply. All infrastructures have been destroyed in Gaza. And somebody somewhere is supporting them with warships. As a day before yesterday, he has given them $100 billion to support Israeli on the Muslims. Allahumma alayka bihim wa anta ta'lamuhum aysu kuntu. Allahumma arsil alayhim tawran ababil tarmihim bi ijarati misjilin faj'alahum kasifin ma'kul. Allahumma arsil alayhim tawran ababil tarmihim bi ijarati misjilin faj'alahum kasifin ma'kul. Allahumma arsil alayhim tawran ababil tarmihim bi ijarati misjil faj'alahum kasifin ma'kul. Allah, how you have done for the team of Abraham that want to go and destroy Kaaba. It's just envy that people are going to Mecca. They are not welcoming to their own cathedral in Yemen. It's just envy that, okay, what they are doing there, I want them to be doing it. They now built a very big church that nobody from Yemen should go to Mecca to go and do pilgrimage again. One of the Arabs in that place, whom his citizen was not mentioned, but it was reported that he was an Arab. He now went to that cathedral, to that church, now went and poo-poo inside. So he now became infuriated that, what? okay, I'm marching down to Mecca, I'm going there. As they were going, they are approaching Masjid al-Haram where Kaaba is. The field, the leader of the elephants that was there, as soon as he's approaching Masjid al-Haram, is withdrawing back, is reversing back, because the angels are already there guiding the Masjid al-Haram. Not talk of reaching the Kaaba. When they reverse back, their journey will be smooth. But coming front, they got to a place that they can't go. It was on that spot, there is a place we call Wadul Mu'assara. It's in between Mecca and Mina. Or if you are going to Muzdalifah, it's there, it's written boldly like that. If you are fortunate to travel from Mecca, as if you are going to Muzdalifah, you see it. Wadul Mu'assara, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed Abraha and Ashabul Fil. It's there till today. That was where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who destroyed those people, Allah is not sleeping. Wala yahudu ifsu'uma wa huwa al-aliyyul azim. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm. Allah, you are not sleeping. You didn't sleep yesterday, and you will never be in a state of slumber. You know how to take care of these people. We are handing them over to you. Our brothers, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heal them from all their injuries. Allahumma ya msitu ya hayyu ya qayyum. Ya dafi ya qahir. Akama arada na biduri biko arika. Ya maharaja adam min al-jannati waradahu. Ama ya dura ayuba wa shafahu. Ama jala Musa fawqa adai. Ama rafa Isa ila samai arfa'ana. Ama jala Musa fawqa adai. Ama jala Nuha mimma yatufanu najna. Ama salam sayyidina Ibrahim min nari mudi salimna min kulli azi wal uzni wad daini wal ami wal gami wad duri wal fakir wa min kulli shari jinni wal insi wa min jami masaibi dunya wal akhirati ya ramur rahim. Ama ya raja sayyidina Yusuf fi gayabatil jubbi wa zayanahu bil husni ya qadim al ihsan isanuka qaddim ya daim ya qayyim ya karim azbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil wa ni'mal mawla wa ni'man nasir wa ibaisna darabbahu anni masaniya durra wa anta arhamur rahimin fastajabna lahu fakashafna ma bi min duri wa atainahu wa ala huwa mislahu ma'u rahmatan min indina wa zikra lil abidin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are powerless. Wa antal qawiyyu wa nahnu du'afa ilayk. Allah, come to our aid and rescue us from all the calamities that is surrounding us. Our security brothers that we've always been gathering here together with me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to strengthen you, protect you from the evils that you know and the ones you don't know. Wherever your families are, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect them and guide them. So, we too that you are securing, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't let us continue to be misbehaving. We should not be misbehaving, because if you go to a place that our Muslim brothers that we are praying together, they won't be able to rescue us. It's going to be a shame on us. If they are asking you not to stay here, don't stay there. And those of you, it's like something is becoming rampant these days. Stealing of diesel. I thought the whole thing has died down. Wallahi, I thought the whole thing has died down. We have not been hearing about cable again. But this diesel of a thing, it has become racketeering. And if they catch 1 or 2, 3 people, you see 2 Muslim brothers. It's a shame. And I keep telling you, if you are addicted to haram, don't take that haram source to your family. Take out on your story, they do or that story. How can you take haram source to go and feed your family? Stop it. Lillahi wa rasuli. If you don't know yesterday, stop from now. Somebody we knew, 14 jerrycans was caught with him last week. And each of the jerrycans was 30 liters. And I calculated if it is 900 naira per liter, 900 times 30 times 14 is less than 500,000. You lose your job, you spoil your integrity, the company you are working with, you spoil their integrity. Láàánú ni ẹ̀sìn kọ́ ló ṣàánú yín ni. Ó lè dìran ni wọ́n ni. Àwọn kan ọládìran, àwọn kan Olaosebikan. That is pé Ọlọ́run lè dúró lọ́dọ̀ ẹnìkan. Yóò máa káàkiri ni. Ẹ tó bá wà lọ́dọ̀ yín ẹ ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́. Olaosebikan. Yóò síkò lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀yin tó kàn lónìí, yóò tún síbòmí, yóò lọ kà àwọn kan. Kudena sata, bezeke ko inaba, kuna chi haram, riganka haram, abinjinka haram, iska de kana shama haram, ategutan fishimu ga haramu. Ẹ̀yin ò fẹ́ ṣoríire ni, bọ̀dá rẹ̀, àbúrò rẹ̀ ńkọ́lé ọlọ Jésù. Won't you be happy that your name will be written in gold, that you are part of the people that brought this refinery to life? Or don't you know that the refinery has suffered already and see our economic crisis? Don't contribute to the nefarious activities here. Because you might be unfortunate that if you are caught, the person that your case will be transferred to, might be the person we are praying together here with, and you'll be helpless. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun
Wassalamu ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Qumu ila salatikum yarhamukumullah.